Hey everyone, Gregory from Smart Notify here. We're going to be doing a series of videos on geolocation and how to use it. If you're building a mobile app, chances are you're doing geolocation, but just because you think you're in one place, your device may be telling you a different story. So we're going to be looking at the pitfalls and the great things about geolog, not just outdoor, but indoors as well. Come and check it out.
So here's the fun part. Sometimes your user will select the sharing the Wi-Fi option thinking they're going to help you and give you a better location. However, a lot of it depends as well on how your IP address is being reported. So in this case here, here's my Wi-Fi router, and if you were to map the geolog based on that IP address, it'll tell you I'm in the middle of Paris. Though I can guarantee you I'm looking outside the window right now and there is no way I can see the Eiffel Tower. So that's the first problem. Just because they are sharing their location, you're not knowing for sure what the location is going to be. Let me show you another example. Alright, so now I've changed router. I'm still sharing Wi-Fi as before, but as you can tell now, the location is getting much better. If you see the little number 3 at the bottom of the map, that's a lot closer to where I'm at. The main difference between this map and the map before really has to do with the company I was using to route my Wi-Fi communication. In the first screen, the Wi-Fi communications were going through access points that are reported in Paris, while here the access points are much more accurate. So that's going to be the first challenge when you deal with geolocation. Don't always trust the data that your app is sending you in terms of where your user is supposed to be at. All right, so in terms of code, what are the main two takeaways from this first part of geolocation? First, just because you're getting a point back, take it with a grain of salt. Here we're using Cordova, that's what we're using on our forthcoming app. You may be using native method to get to the GPS/location data. Again, take it with a grain of salt and make sure that the data you're getting back is actually real and can be acted upon. That's the first part. Second part, make sure your code also handles use cases where the user will not share her location, or maybe some error happens when sharing the location. It's quite important for app to still be responsive and to give some meaningful information to the users, whether you just alert them or you make a mental note, so to speak, that that user is private enough to not want to share her location. Those are important data points that will help you down the road. So make sure you track that, and you can also do something pretty relevant for the user. And that's a wrap for our first session on geolocation fun. On forthcoming blogs, we're going to be covering a few topics, including how not to kill your user's battery life while getting geolog data. Also going to be covering some issue on privacy. I think it's pretty important to talk about all the things that can happen once you start tracking others. Let's try not to do too many evil things out there. And of course, we're also going to be talking about indoor geolocation. It's becoming a bigger and bigger topic each time. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff we do in our forthcoming app and how we tackle different problems. So maybe you can learn from what we've done. Feel free to drop us questions and ideas, especially on our Twitter feed or on the general YouTube page. I believe you can leave some comments as well. Until next time, have fun with geolocation.